He is, and qureshi actually defends the delivery. He comes forward and pushes it on the offside.
Yeah, just a reminder for everyone at MAQTV.com, the US All-Stars won their first game and lost their second, so they will be really raring to go with this one, and with the low total that they've got to chase, I'm sure they'll be absolutely buzzing for the win today. And the Mace Royals losing both of their previous games, and again will be wanting the win, but it's going to be tough to defend a total of just 93.
This crashed away through the offside. Would it go all the way? No. The pitch is like a golf shot. It stays there, and they are going to come. No, in fact, they complete just one. So again, that was a delivery that was made for a big shot, and the qureshi not really getting hold of it as he would like, and it fell just short of the boundary.
Yeah, they could have got two there. I wonder if they just thought that was going to go over the ropes, and therefore was a little bit slow on the runs.
If net run rate has anything to do with it in terms of qualification, I think this is an ideal opportunity for these guys to try to wrap it up and get their net run rate in order. Good delivery there by Rakesh. It came back to Simmons. It's all timing, and that should be two. Qureshi was very slow off the mark. That should have been two. That's not good running there. Just a single.
5 balls gone so far, 9 off them, and Gadam has one more ball left of his first over of the innings. 85 to win off 115 balls, so it should be pretty simple for the All-Stars to get there, well within their 20 overs.
Here's Gadam. Slow delivery, and Qureshi would be angry with himself there that he couldn't hit that somewhere in the vicinity of Joy's Roti Shop. Did you enjoy your doubles from Trinidad today?
I did. It was delicious. I'm quite glad I didn't go for the really strong sauce on top. I hear Jeremy had a few issues with overdoing it on his double.
He still does. The issue didn't end. All I can say, he has been passing us very frequently to the back of us. I don't know what is in that area, but it doesn't seem to be affecting Sofian Kamar. He's going again. Look at him. The guy's going again. More doubles and runs for the Royals. So let's put this into perspective. The Mace Royals, they made 93, is it?
Yeah, 93.
Sofian Kamar ordered 120 doubles. Is it fair to say that there are more doubles than runs?
I think that's exactly right.
Well,
and I think the Mace Royals may have preferred the doubles over their innings. It wasn't one they would want to remember in a hurry.
So it's more doubles than runs. Simmons drives pleasantly. Look at that. It's very languid. Say good afternoon. Well, we have ordered more runs, more doubles than runs scored by the Mace Royals. Yeah, it's Tiwari. You don't want to make that small target difficult for the US All-Stars.
Couple of dots to start his over, which is exactly what they would want. He'll need to keep it tight, as we said. They're already above the required run rate of 4.5.
Let me ask you this question, Sasha. If we were to align doubles with runs, this is back of a length. Simmons is back, pushes it off the back foot. Lovely back foot player, Lendl Simmons. Gets one. If we were to align doubles with runs, the runs are down there in the field. The doubles are up here in the commentary booth. Who would have top scored not on the field, but in the commentary booth?
I think Jeremy's had a few. He's got a few doubles going.
So Jeremy would have top scored with the doubles. It says pulled away by Qureshi for 4. I'll give him 4 doubles for that. Pulled away, down behind square. The score is now 14 without loss. So you're telling me that in the commentary box, Jeremy has top scored.
From what I hear,
Followed closely by Escama on 23. And all of a sudden he says, keep it professional. So it's 14 without loss. Let's see if Qureshi could double up.
it's a great use of the word there. And Tiwari comes in.
This time he tucks this from outside the off stump and takes the inner part of the bat, trickles down behind square, and he rehearses the better shot, which I think all batsmen do. Immediately on playing a 4-stroke, they then rehearse the proper shot.
Yeah, and one more ball left of this over. Tiwari 6 from it, which is already more than the All-Stars need per over. Let's see if he can keep it tight, and looks like he has done. Good end to the over. Just 6 off it, but as I said before, they only need 4.4 and over, so they're well ahead of the game at the moment. 15 for none off 2 overs.
I like the bowling action of Tiwari. He has a nice high action, and he gets very close to the stumps. He's looking to get close to the stumps and take the ball away from the right-hander. That last delivery, he went wide of the crease. He angled that one in. So he's showing a level of variety that's so important in this game. 6 in the first over, 15 without loss.
Both batsmen also on 6. Sharing the runs around nicely here.
So Rakesh, the captain of this team, is continuing from the far end. Here he is in the Qureshi now. And he swings this behind square. This is going to run away into the boundary now for 4. He was aiming somewhere around long on cow corner. He loves that cow corner area. But again, that one took the inner part of the bat, as you saw there, and down just far off square. The fielder giving a good chase.
Yeah, he was looking good, but never going to catch up with that ball that was hit hard by Qureshi, who moves on to 10 off his 6 deliveries so far. US All-Stars, 19 runs and no wickets off 2.1 overs. And total of 94 for the win.
Here's Rakesh again. This time he swings this away. All the way for 6. Qureshi is in his element again. I was on the phone with Qureshi just about 5 minutes before I came on. He said he's just leaving Boca Raton to come down here. Well, I hope he's logged on while he's driving, because he picked the slow ball wonderfully well.
Yeah, fireworks from Qureshi. Couple of boundaries off the captain of the Mace Royals, and the target of 94 is looking good for the US All-Stars.
Well, Qureshi's on 16, and here is Rakesh Gadam into him now, and he cracks it over mid-off. He's going to get runs here. He didn't get a hold of it as he wanted. This man is not going to die wondering.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And he moves on to 17 off 8, giving Simmons a go at Gadam.
Yeah, Simmons, pressure being taken off Simmons, whatever little pressure there was. Now Simmons can just, play proper cricket, get back into the game. He missed the first 2 games, so there's absolutely no pressure there. The current run rate is 10.4. It's going to be Gadam to bowl to Simmons. Simmons drives down the ground for 4. What a shot! Lendl Simmons has joined the party. It's 30 without loss.
Yeah, as you were saying, Simmons hasn't had the best form recently, so this game will be really important for him to just get that confidence back. And you can see, looks like he's already got it with that shot. Lovely shot away for 4, and he moves on to 10. "15 runs off the over so far, 2 balls to go. All Stars are on 30 for no loss, and Gadam comes back into bowl.
Simmons drives again pleasantly.
That's going to be a dot ball, so good comeback there. But as we've said before, there's no pressure for these batters to really push hard. They don't need to play any stupid shots here. They can just spend time at the crease and have fun with it, really.
That's very important indeed. It's all about you have to enjoy the game, and I see your good friend Dr. Malik will be coming on to join you at over number 6. Crashed away for 4. That went like a tracer bullet into the boundary for 4. That's 4 more. And Rakesh has now bowled 2 overs for 28 runs. I think we're not going to see him in a hurry. If we do see him, we'll be with anything else in his hand but a ball. It's 34 without loss after 3. Probably it's a good time to have a Mad Hatter's tea break.
And Qureshi playing a nice shot there, but no runs from it. Tiwari back into the attack with a lovely headband on to keep his hair out of his eyes.
Yeah, Tiwari bowled a good first over. He'll want to continue here. Qureshi will be looking to disturb his figures. Here he is again. That's a wide outside the off stump, looking to keep it far away from Qureshi as possible. Rishi is a man who's going to hit your ball. Even that he tried to reach. You can bowl. If Qureshi is facing you in Fort Lauderdale and you bowl the ball in Miami, he'll try to hit it. He's going to go after everything. He's a strong man.
As we've mentioned before, net run rate might play a part later in the tournament, so as you said.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Someone sends him back. So not a bad start at all.
No, I think the US All-Stars will be pretty pleased with this. And Tiwari will be slightly disappointed that didn't go onto the stumps. Moved a long way in. And Qureshi stays at the crease and faces this next delivery, which is also a wide.
You can't give Tiwari, you can't blame Tiwari. Rishi's in such a mood, you want to hide the ball from him.
Yeah, wides at this point aren't great for the Mace Royals. It's only 58 to win off 100 balls now. And wides just making that total even easier to achieve. Slight move around in the field before Tiwari comes in for his 3rd ball.
Gracie hits this down the ground, not really getting hold of it, but he'll get a single. He's on to 18. This follows his 25 of 13 or 17, I think, yesterday. It's a partnership of 37 for the first wicket. So they continue to score over 10 runs and over. And it means that if they continue in this vein, by the 9th or 10th over, we can have an end.
We can have an early tea break.
Mad Hatter's tea break. Tiwari seems to be intent in wanting to give them this run, all these runs in white.
Yeah, he's not getting his line right at all here. And both batters are just watching it go past them to the keeper and are very happy for that to keep going. Means less energy.
Shot. That's a beautiful shot through the offside. Someone's just leaning into that. And that's a typical Caribbean shot. It's called Calypso cricket.
Yeah, that was looking lovely. Here we go, replay again. And Simmons moved on to 18 off 11 balls. And he is exactly the same as Qureshi, who is also 18 off 11 balls. US All-Stars 42 for no loss after 3.4 overs. 2 more balls of the over from Tiwari. He's gone for 14 so far.
It's over.
He's still going, still fighting. And gets the dot ball there.
Well, that's a better delivery. It's something that he would want to keep in the back of his mind. Simmons has looked good. He has looked as if he has been out there involved since game 1. Simmons is 18 of 12. Qureshi 18 of 11. And it's 42 without loss. So that's the end of the over. Finally, it was quite a long over. At the end of 4, it's 42 without loss.
Tiwari bowled a few wides in that over, but off his 2, he's only gone for 14. So despite a few loose balls, he's managed to keep it fairly tight there. Only 1 boundary off his last over. But as you said, quite a few balls for him to deal with there. And as you said, the All-Stars move on to 42. 52 now to win off 96 balls. We're still in the power play. 2 more overs of the power play. And are we going to have a change of bowler at the northern end? We are. Valissa Magari looks like he's taking the ball.
Yesterday he did not perform well with the ball at all. He did make 38 runs though in rapid time, but I don't think he was ready with the ball. His inexperience showed. Valissa Magari.
Important now for the Mace Royals to try and break up this partnership. Let's see if Valissa Magari is the man to do it.
But he's going to bowl to Qureshi, who loves space onto the ball. If he's not on spot, he has to be right on spot with Qureshi. There is not a big margin for error with this right-hander. Let's look at the field. There's a ring of fielders on the offside. Short third man, backward point. There's squarish cover point. There and mid-off. On the onside in the circle. Backward square and mid-on. So let's wait and see what's the situation here. Qureshi drives back along the track. He's going to get a single. Hustling down to the other end. Could this be a 10-wicket victory?
I think the All-Stars would love it if they could. Valissa Magari, though, is going to do all he can to make sure that that is not the case. Just making sure the field is set exactly to his liking. And Lendl Simmons is the man facing Valissa Magari, who now looks content with his field and is about to start his second ball of the over. Good delivery.
Yeah, someone still has a cursory glance at the umpire. Let's see that replay.
As we said, these batters are in no rush, or I say under no pressure. Low target set. So if they don't fancy playing, it's not the end of the world. But that is a lovely shot straight down the ground. But there is cover back there who manages to field it nicely, and they just get the single off Alyssa Magari. He has only gone for 2 off his over so far. 3 more balls to go.
So it's 5th to win, 93 deliveries in which to get. It's going to be Qureshi at the face. Let's see. Qureshi looking to hit that one. His head was in the air, and that was the issue. It's the back of the bat, trickles down the track.
Both batters on 19 runs, sharing it around nicely. And All Stars are 44 for no loss after 4.4 overs. Reminder, target is 94, so as you say, 50 to get for the win. As Alyssa Magari comes in for his 5th ball.
Big swing and a miss there by Qureshi. The ball not coming up to the height he expected. I could have felt the waft.
Yeah, I just
Up
made
here.
exactly the same face as Alyssa Magari. A big as that goes straight over the top of the stumps.
Qureshi has made it in time. He left Boca. Oh, what a shot! Through backward point into the boundary for 4. That was all timing, though. No power in that. That was all timing into the boundary. So it's 48 without loss. And that's the end of 5. And Sasha, I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of your good friend. And that is Dr. Malik, who will also give us an update. He will also give us an update on the injury situation with Keswick Williams. He has been treating Keswick Williams from the US All-Stars.
Yeah, the big boss, Matt Qureshi, arrived just in time to see that lovely 4 from Sean Qureshi out there. And as you said, he moves on to 23 off 15 balls. Lendl Simmons now taking the strike on the 6th over. He is 19 for 15. Welcome back, Dr. Malik. How are you doing?
Pretty well. I went to pharmacy and got some stuff for Williams. He had probably a muscle sprain on the left side of his lumbar spine, stiffness and muscle spasm. So I got him some muscle relaxant spray and also lidocaine spray to get the pain under control.
Yeah, it's been a shame that he's missed out on the last 2 games for the All-Stars. As we mentioned earlier, they lost their game yesterday to the Somerset Cavaliers, 22 yards. But it looks like they're very much on track to win this game today.
It should be easy win for US All-Stars. Anyway, so William, if he uses those stuff, then he will be able to stretch his muscles and should get better. Maybe resting today and tomorrow, and some non-steroidals, anti-inflammatory medicines, maybe NSAID that can help before the match, and should be able to play.
And Lendl Simmons smacks that ball onto the offside 4-4. He moves on to 23, and the All-Stars reach 50 runs, 52 to be exact, 42 to win. And the required run rate has gone down to just 2.8, currently on 10.1. This is looking like a walk in the park. Right, this is the tough one.
You'll probably be able to make that runs.
Yeah, I don't think we can push it that far. But,
without even using pads. And
tough question for you. In what over do you think they're going to get this?
you want to bet?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
So what's the total? 94 they're chasing?
94 to chase, yeah.
Okay, 5.2, 52. No,
I can
I'll
see your
say
brain ticking.
I think I had a guess, but I heard from somewhere that it would be a 12th over.
Yeah,
You know who told me that?
Who told you that?
Somebody from England.
Can't have been me.
London, England.
And again, lovely shot from Simmons, but no run from it. And new bowler at the crease is Praveen Ayaparaju. He has gone for 4 off his 3 balls so far. He's going to want to keep it tight now. All Stars are 52 for no loss. Simmons on strike. And that's a big, big hit, but it's gone high in the air. And there is a fielder there, but it looks like it's gone through his fingers. And I think it's just a single from that. Simmons is counting his lucky stars that no one could get there in time, and it landed just behind the fielders here in the inner circle. Reminder, it is the power play, so only 2 fielders can be outside the inner ring, and Simmons managed to place it into no man's land. No one was there, and no one was managed to get there.
Yeah, it was a pretty difficult catch running, and I think he was not keeping his eyes on the ball. That's why he missed it.
Yeah, and as we said, Simmons gets a single from it, and so Qureshi back on strike. He is currently 23 off 15, and as we keep saying, he has hit some big shots today and previously, and I'm sure that isn't going to stop anytime soon. Not sure what the issue is over here at the moment. Bowler looks like he's walking away, walking towards the umpire.
I think he got some injury.
Just having some words down here. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he might be leaving the field here. From your professional opinion, what would you say that could be?
I don't know. It seems like he was putting his hands around his rib cage, so he probably pulled that muscle there. And that on the left side for a bowler is very difficult to treat. He has to rest probably for 6 to 8 weeks, so it doesn't get better.
Oh, that's not great news for the Mace Royals. They're going to have to bring on their super sub. And just after 4 balls, the bowler is having to leave the field, we believe, with an issue to his side by the looks of things. And Dev Jivnani is going to have to take over. The All-Stars are currently 53 for no loss after 5.4 overs. Only 2 balls left of the power play. And I believe Jivnani is going to have to finish it off for them.
So Sasha, how your trip is going since you arrived in the United States? What's your experience? What do you feel?
It's been lovely. It's been really lovely. I've been spoilt by everyone here. I've been treated to lots of lovely food.
Like a princess?
Like a princess, exactly. Excuse me. No, it's been lovely, and as you can see, the weather is gorgeous. And lots of great cricket on show, so nothing to complain about at the moment. And that is the end of the 6th over, the end of the power play. The All-Stars are 53 for no loss, 41 runs to win off 84 balls. And Dev Jivnani did well to finish off that over for no extra runs. Big swing and a miss there, as you can see on the replay.
And weather here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida is a lot better than London, England.
Yeah, well, you would know, wouldn't you? You've spent some time over there.
I did many years.
I'm sure you had lots of puffer jackets and jumpers while you were there.
Yes, I did.
I had to travel over here with my big puffer jacket, having left London, and I think about 2 degrees. And arriving here, that was swiftly packed away back in the bag, not to be used until I make my return next week.
And it's also very difficult to handle big jackets when you arrive in a warm area. Then where you're going to put it? You know, how you're going to handle, take it to your room or
exactly.
car. And most of the time you forget it before when you leave.
Yeah, it did make me look rather suspicious arriving in the airport. A few questions were asked about what I was doing here, who I am, etc. It is my first time in the US, so I think a few people wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing anything dodgy, which of course I am not. And I am very lucky to be here in the Florida sunshine watching the US Cricket Open, and Velisa Magari running up for his 2nd over here. And that is swiped by Simmons for a single. He didn't get hold of that at all. That ball came a bit close to his body for it to really go anywhere. And just a single from it. So Qureshi back on strike.
Didn't you work for MI5 in the past?
You weren't meant to tell anyone that.
Yeah, and the new James Bond is gonna be a woman in future, you know, because
think?
Daniel Craig basically died in the last movie.
Spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen the new James Bond.
It wasn't very good movie.
Film reviews as well as cricket. And that one is also racing to the boundary. That looked like a bottom edge from Qureshi, just over the stumps. But it has gone for 4 and he moves on to 27. Let's see the replay again. Yeah, he can count his lucky stars there, and the wicketkeeper missed the ball. Don't think he saw it coming. It fell just at his feet and was a difficult one to take. But he didn't, and 4 runs are added to the total of both Qureshi and the US All-Stars. Here comes Velisa Magari again. Let's see what he can do here. That ball was on the pads of Qureshi, and he can't manage to get the run off it. So good comeback after that. 4 and 3 more balls of his over. So you didn't like the James Bond?
No, this was, I think, the flop movie for all of them. We tried to watch the first show, but we could not get it. Then the second show, it was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was a long film.
Story does not make sense, and it's just, I think it was the wastage of time for us. Interestingly, you're pronouncing these names very well. I'm impressed. Ovela Samagari.
I'm having to get a few tips here and there for some of the longer names, but we've managed to get Velisa Magari.
It will take a couple of attempts for me to pronounce it properly first time, but you're doing a good job.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the All-Stars move on to 59 and Simmons now on strike. Simmons 24, Qureshi 28, so sharing the runs nicely between the two of them. Oh, and that's huge. That has gone miles. I've lost it. I think that has gone into the neighbouring state. That's 6 runs from Lendl Simmons. He is not hanging around here. He moves on to 30 off 21, and Velisa Magari has been absolutely pumped off that delivery. Let's see that again. Here we go. That is huge. That is huge, and the fielder is having to go miles to retrieve the ball. Hopefully he's found it okay and is coming back. There you go. You can see him on the screen there. If he could bring me back some food from where he's gone, that would be lovely. Back over onto the pitch. And last ball of the over coming up. Velisa Magari, what's he going to do after that huge 6? The current run rate is 9.5. They only need 2.2 to see it through for a win. Reminder, target is 94 runs and they're currently on 65. So you say they're going to win it within 12. You're going to stick with that or bring it down a bit?
30 more runs, I would say. 11.
Bringing it down to 11. And that one's just pushed over onto the leg side for the single. So Lendl Simmons keeps the strike at the end of that over. Velisa Magari goes for 18 off his 2, and that was a big over. I think there were 13 runs off that over, so not the best over from Velisa Magari when they just need 2.2 and over to be conceding that many runs.
You probably remember this kind of weather you probably get in hot summer like June, July, August in London.
Yeah,
few times a month probably.
Yeah, we actually had quite a nice summer this year. It's hot. It does get hot. Not quite. It never really gets this humid. That's what's really getting me here, the humidity. And for viewers who have been watching over the past few days, you'll notice later on in the day the dew does come down, and in the morning is still around for the first match, and that's due to the humidity here in Florida. But during the day, during this game, it is hot out there.
Yeah, I remember when I was in London a couple of years ago in summer. I went to Brighton Beach, and it was too hot. I had to go back in my hotel.
Yeah, it can get hot. People say that England's all rain, but as you can tell, not all the time. And Akari Sims into the attack. I believe he is the super sub that has replaced the injured bowler. And a dot off his first ball. Here he comes again. And Simmons mistimes that hit. And again, another dot. So a good start here from Sims. 66 for the All-Stars. Haven't lost any wickets yet. Is Sims the breakthrough man here? Here we go again. And that's a lovely shot onto the offside, but there is a man there in the deep who quickly fields it and gets it back.
Did you notice that he cut this ball with the soft hands? You know the reason? Because if he cut it hard, it's gonna go to the point. Whenever a spinner bowls this kind of ball outside off stump, you try to cut it hard or play it hard, then it can go in point or gully as a catch.
And same shot played by Simmons, but man out in the deep who has stayed slightly squarer since the last delivery. And Qureshi takes strike now. Yeah, from your experience playing on this pitch, how do you find it out there?
I think it's a batting pitch, and it's very difficult for especially fast bowlers to bowl because they can get hit any direction, anywhere. Spinners and batting probably. If you're a good spinner, you can bowl well in this pitch. It's a very slow turning pitch.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. We've seen lots of wickets from the spinners here, also wickets from the seamers, but I think you're exactly right that the spinners have been slightly more potent than the seamers in terms of getting the wickets. And Akari Sims has his last ball of the over. He's only gone for 4 so far, which you'd consider a good over, but when the run rate required is just 2.2, it's already double what they need.
The reason the spinners are successful because the ball does not bounce much on this pitch, so that's why it's difficult to hit spinners too. Ball doesn't come on your bat.
And good over there from Sims, just 5 off it. If they're thinking of another one, no, they're not. They're going to call it a day there. 5 off the over, and the run rate required has gone down to just 1.9. All-Stars 71 for no loss after 8 overs. Simmons on 35, Qureshi on 29, target 94. The Mesa Royals are going to have to do something special here to break this partnership. I don't think they could consider the win here. It's just not enough on the board, unfortunately, for them to defend. But wickets now would be really beneficial for them.
So, Sasha, tell me about the COVID situation in England, London area.
It was okay. It was okay, but recently with the new variant, things are getting a little bit tighter with restrictions again. Masks are becoming compulsory on public transport in certain shops as well. And so the situation we thought was getting better, but I think as similar to around the world, it's getting worse with this new variant going around. Omicron, I think they're calling it. And we're lucky enough to, well, I'm lucky enough to have been able to travel to the US, having to do tests before coming and tests before leaving again. And
you didn't have to?
had to do a test, had
PCR,
to do my
PCR test?
I actually did an antigen test before coming here, but I know they've changed it since I arrived to a PCR. And that's a big shot. That is big, but not far enough. And I think Simmons is just going to get the single for it. Ali Sheikh into the attack. And just a single of his first ball. And Qureshi back on strike. He is 29 for 21. And a big swing. But again, just the single from it. Ali Sheikh bowling all right here. But as we already know, 2 runs is all they require off and over. And they've got it, so he's going to have to bowl very tightly now to make sure they don't get any more. And that is big. But it's caught. And Lendl Simmons is out 36 off 28, and Ali Sheikh has done really well there to get the wicket. From my view here, it looked like that was going all the way, but looks like he didn't quite get a hold of all of it, and it was caught out there at long off. Let's see the replay again. Up in the air, and I thought all the way, but no, falling short, and well taken there. And as you can see on screen now, Lendl Simmons is back to the sheds for 36 runs. Good innings by Simmons.
It was pretty good innings, but I think he did not play the last shot, the shot when he got out with full force. He just took it probably easy and thought it can cross the boundary, but it did not, because for spinners the ball slows down after it pitches and then makes it difficult for batsmen to hit.
Yeah, and as you can see there, just didn't get all of it and had to leave Qureshi at the crease, and Javel Glenn is the new man to join Qureshi. However, the batters crossed, and so Qureshi on strike now. Ali Sheikh with the breakthrough wicket. He is now 1 for 2 off 0.3 overs, so 3 more to bowl. And just making sure all the fielders are in the correct position before he gets going again.
And you know that antigen test is not very sensitive and specific to diagnose COVID. You could be still carrier, so the most specific sensitive test is PCR.
Yeah, they've changed it now.
I'm surprised why.
And just a single from that delivery. So Qureshi moves on to 31, and Glenn is going to take his first ball. Oh, apologies, sorry, they didn't cross, and that was Glenn who got off the mark nicely with the single, and so Qureshi back on strike now. And a big swing again onto the leg side, but just for the single, didn't quite get all of his body behind that. And are they going to run a second? No, yes. Yeah, easy single. Well, easy double, I should say. They weren't backing up that throw very well, and the All-Stars have managed to get through for a double.
Now, as a British citizen, do you need to get a visa, US visa?
I don't get a visa, it's called an ESTA. So because I'm just here for a short period of time, I don't need to get a proper visa.
But generally, do you need a visa to visit US?
Yeah, you do need to fill in a proper form that asks you everything down to your blood type. Not quite, but
Yeah.
it is very thorough. They don't want anyone coming into the country. And good ball there from Ali Sheikh, and I believe that's the end of his first over. 1 for 6 off that over. Good over from Ali Sheikh.
It was good. Now, don't you have a blue passport, diplomatic, MR5?
Again, you're not meant to tell anyone this. I actually still have my maroon one. I need to apply for a new passport. As listeners, you may not know, the UK has left the EU fairly recently. It was all over the news, and so all citizens are going to have to get a new passport, which, as you say correctly, is going to be navy blue.
So now everybody in most of the public in United Kingdom are being vaccinated?
Yeah, I don't know the exact stats, but everyone I know is double vaccinated and getting boosters as well.
And you are too?
I am as well, yeah. I hate injections, but I thought, got to do it. And I didn't cry, so I'm proud of myself there.
They gave you some candies or maybe some
They
smiley
did.
face at
I got
the
a
end.
sticker and a lollipop for being a
Yeah.
good girl. And here comes Sims with his second over, and that's going to be a wide to start. Glenn just watching that go past his buttocks and isn't bothered by it at all. Reminder, target is 94 and US All-Stars currently on 78, and that's a lovely shot straight down the ground past Sims for a single, and Glenn moves on to 2. Qureshi back on strike. Partnership now of 6 between these two. Simmons the man to leave us. It was a good wicket. And Kari back into the attack, and that's a big swing from Qureshi. Is it going to be caught? No, it's fallen just short of 3 fielders running in the deep, and Qureshi lives to see another day.
Yes, Qureshi would have eluded 3 fielders down there in the deep, and like you say, in this game you need a little bit of luck. We're getting close to the end of this inning, and getting close to the end of over number 10. I did hear the doc say in 12 overs we're going to be finishing this.
He then went down to 11, so we'll see how it goes. That's another wide. 13 to win off 64 balls. I think this is going to be pretty convincing.
Yes, well, net run rate always come into play, and this is a good time. He's whacking this one down the ground. Going to go 1 bounce to the wide long on. And this ambles through for a single. So Qureshi been there at the top of the inning. He's on 33 from 25. And Javel Glenn has come to keep company with him. And we would have witnessed Simmons with a good cameo.
Yeah, he played well, and as we were saying, he's been a little under the weather. So first game, and Qureshi swipes at that, but there is a fielder out at long on. And All Stars move on to 83 for 1.
Yes, indeed. Imagine the required run rate is just 1.1. But this is the 13th edition of the US Open. This is day number 4. We're going to go all the way up to December. This time he's coming down the pitch and he's asking the umpire a question. Umpire is not interested. I think he would have answered him and said, "Young man, you have another legal delivery left in this over."
11 to win.
So 2 strikes away. He's driving back to the bowler who misfields, and they're going to run a quick single. As shy at the stump, it would have been interesting.
So 84 for 1 at the halfway stage of the overs. I don't think they're going to use all 20 of them.
No, well, 7 runs coming from that over, which included 2 wide deliveries. So Simmons gone for 36. What did I say about 36? The great man Robert Nesta Marley.
We were actually listening to him in the car on the way here this morning.
Okay.
Bit of one love.
One love. All right, well, this is the over in which the doc said that they are going to be finishing this match. We will watch, we will wait, and we will see. In the meantime, we just want to wish all of the MAQ viewers to stay with us, because there is yet another game to be had, and I think it's going to start bang on time. I think at least by 5 o'clock we'll be starting this game. This one is going to be done and dusted. Batsman comes forward, brings the hard hitting Zishawn Croatian strike. He is on 34. It's a pity he doesn't need 16 to get to 50, because the required runs are way less than that.
All Stars 85 for 1. Qureshi on strike. Ali Sheikh, the man with the wicket, runs up again and deceives Qureshi there.
Yeah, that one turned away from him, and he deceived him. He took pace off of it. It's a spinner, and it turned away from him. He was looking to tug it into the onside.
Yeah, shake of the head there from Qureshi. He's looking to hit this ball out of the park, as you can see, but another dot ball.
Yes, because he's playing some cross-batted shots, and play with a straight bat, young man, and get it on and get it over with.
Yeah, you can see he's looking to finish this pretty quickly.
Yeah, but he's swiping. Okay, hit straight now, and he's getting a good hold of this one. And I think he would have gone all the way for 6.
And that's exactly what he needed to do.
Yes, so just 3 to win now, and it will be all over with the shout.
You reckon Qureshi can get it with this next ball?
Yes, I think it's done and dusted. If I was a betting man, I'll bet that this is going to be a boundary 4.
This is going to be the most comprehensive win so far of the tournament.
Yes.
In the 11th over, as Dr. Malik predicted.
Well, here we go. He bowls round the wicket, and Qureshi's going after him. It's going wide of the man of the long off, and they're just going to amble through for a single. So 2 to win, 1 to tie.
Don't think there's a chance of a super over here, unfortunately.
I don't think so either. The scores will be level with a single. But 2 to win, I think they're going to get the 2 and call it George. I'll call it a day.
Yeah, good day's work for the US All-Stars. Here we go.
And it's in the air, and it's taken. Oh, wicket number 2. In the dying moments of this game, he chanced his arms. He wanted to be the hero. He wanted to say, I hit the winning run. But he went aerial and picked out the wide long off. It was a good little cameo, a partnership of 19 between these two, but Qureshi is still there on 41. And let's see, the new batter is going to be
Jacobus, the new man, to join Qureshi at the crease. And he's going to be the one facing the last ball of the 11th over. So we'll see if Dr. Mallet was correct or whether it's going to go into the 12th over. As you said, 2 to win, I think.
2 to win, 1 for the tie.
Can it be done in the 11th over? Jacobus, a tall man. He could get a big swing on him, I'm sure.
He just have to place it for the 2. He doesn't need a boundary. He was going for glory. That's why he picked out the man down there. He could have just hit it on the ground softly and tried to run the double.
Oh, looks like it was actually the end of that over.
That was the end of the over.
Apologies there. Qureshi on strike. 2 to win. Can he do it? It looks like they're not going to take the single there. Qureshi, he's wanting to win it for the team, and deservedly so.
Yes, he batted well. He got into the 40s. No need for me to stand because he cannot get to the 50. And he's not timing. 2 deliveries and he's whacked it in. 1 on the off, 1 on the on, and he is still there on 41.
Still 2 to win. Here we go. Sims comes in.
Down the leg side and the loud appeal. But that one was always going down the leg side. So 3 dots in a row.
Yeah, Sims just making sure that the umpire was happy with his decision of not out, which he was, of course.
Yes, he himself indicated, oh, it's going down the leg. I guess his feelers would have asked him what's up, and he indicated, oh, it's going down leg. And Qureshi stroking this one here. And he's ambling through for the singles. So now the scores are level.
Yeah, he looks annoyed that he might not be the one to get the winning runs, but he's batted really nicely. He should be really proud of this innings. And it's down to the new man, Jacobus, to get the one run, apologies, for the win. And here we go. And that is the winning run. And the US All-Stars win extremely convincingly after just 11.4 overs. They've reached the total of 94. Congratulations to the US All-Stars and to Qureshi, who